Yo, welcome back to the J&E Comic Cast. We're here with your boy
I'm back from my little hiatus, and we're here with
Josiah, also known as Jay, and we'll bring you another episode. We're on episode 8 right
9?
now.
Is it 8?
It is 8. I believe it's 8.
Wow, bro, 2 months, man. That's pretty crazy,
2
man.
months of
Real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to Junior, man, for coming on the show last week and his interview with you. Shout out to the boy Junior.
Yeah, he helped out a lot. When we
Yeah,
needed him.
man. Game of clutch.
But your boy E is back. Let's get a round of applause for him.
A round of applause for Junior too, man.
Yes.
Junior's the boy.
Now, we bring you what we got new. We got a lot to talk about. We got some Marvel stuff. We got some
DC stuff too.
DC. We got a whole lot for you, to bring to you guys.
The Apex season drop.
Apex new season. So we stay tuned with the content. If you listen over through Spotify, watching through YouTube, or any other platform, Apple Podcasts, we're here bringing you content every single week, Sunday at 6 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time, though. I don't
That
know
is
what time
correct.
it is where you're at, but
Yeah, I think that would be Pacific time would be 3. Yeah.
yeah.
And the rest of the times, don't ask me.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 times I know.
And then whatever it drops for you over there, wherever you're at, that's when you
Yeah.
guys are getting it.
Wow.
I stole over here. We were looking up stuff on camera, or we were filming, and I realized I just stole some of Jay's swag today, man. I got the hat on today. It's not coming off. I gotta
the
go.
cap, the cat.
I got my hair's looking all crazy underneath here. So this is what y'all getting today,
Bro, me too. I'm needing a haircut,
Dude,
really
man.
bad, bro.
dude, man.
Yours is not at least not
Nah,
as bad,
dude.
bro. But we're rocking the caps. We're rocking the caps.
Yeah. It's gonna stay on today. It's gonna stay on today.
For sure. All right, let's get into this episode. We got a new Venom trailer.
Ooh, yeah, we do.
Venom 2 trailer. Let There Be Carnage.
Let there be carnage. Yeah, we got a really good look at Carnage.
Yeah.
This trailer.
What's your thoughts?
Wow. I guess I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with as far as how he's going to deal with Carnage. You know, I think one of the really interesting things about the trailer is that I feel like the trailer almost like pretty much gave us pretty much gave us the entire story of how Cletus Cassidy is going to turn into Carnage. Did you see that?
Yeah.
We pretty much saw everything. So if that happens, unless that happens in like the first 15 minutes of the movie, then even though the trailer is only 3 minutes, and we get a pretty good feel about how the movie is going to start. So
Yeah.
so that was pretty interesting to see. And then obviously getting our first really good look at Carnage and some of the things he can do. We got clips of the fight scenes. That was pretty interesting, you know.
Yeah.
And some of his powers. I know one of the things that one of the really shocking moments of the trailer was when he went up to the cop. It looked like he stuck one of his tendrils into the cop's mouth and started like almost draining the cop. You saw that?
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've ever read this, but in Ultimate Spider-Man, and like I said, Ultimate Spider-Man comic book series, that's actually how Gwen Stacy died. You know, we used to Gwen Stacy getting killed by the Green Goblin. We don't know if Spider-Man, when he caught her, snapped her neck, or if the Green Goblin had killed her before she even dropped. But that's one of the things that people always talk about. But in the Ultimate comic book series, that's how Gwen Stacy died. Carnage came up to her and pretty much drained her life force. So we kind of get to see. For me, that was kind of a little bit of like a callback to that. So that was pretty interesting to see. What did you think?
My honest opinion with it's in the wind, I would say. Like, one side of me is like, okay, another Venom movie, this could be good. But the other side is like, bro, I wish Venom was part of the MCU. So, like, I feel like we need a Spider-Man. We know this new Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, is going to be the Sinister Six. But we need, maybe in the next one, they'll bring out Venom. And we'll see a Tom Holland version versing Venom. Because we haven't had a Venom movie since Spider-Man 3. That was...
Oh, you mean a Venom movie with Spider-Man in it?
Yeah.
You know what would be really cool, man? If we're thinking that it's only going to be just straight, pretty much Venom dealing with Carnage and himself. And but it'd be really interesting if he's just like, I'm outmatched completely, and Spider-Man comes in and kind of helps him deal with Carnage.
Yeah,
that would be insane.
That I would like to see that, but I don't think it's gonna be like that because I know Sony wants to keep Venom part of their universe, not part of the MCU, unless they recast. Yeah, unless they want to recast another Spider-Man for that. So, a lot of people were saying, oh, because some comics, the way Carnage is made is when Venom's DNA mixes with Spider-Man's blood. So a lot of people were saying that, oh, maybe Spider-Man comes out in this movie, but Sony was like, no, we're trying to keep this Venom part of our own universe. Even though there was a little hints like he's operating in New York, same timeline as Spider-Man. So there's a little hints that hey, maybe in the future they change their mind depending what reviews they get. Because I know the first Venom didn't get that too good of a review.
But I don't think it also did too bad. I think it was, I think that it probably landed somewhere between, I would guess, and if I'm putting it numbers on it, somewhere between a 5 and a 7.5 or something like that.
Yeah,
I think I had like a little bit of like maybe like a reviewed bad. It's one of those movies that kind of reviewed bad, but the people loved it. So
yeah, there's a lot of those. Yeah. So my opinion with that, it's in the wind. Let's see what future we got. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about the villain. Like Carnage looks cool and stuff, but the actual actor playing him, I don't know how I feel like his persona wise.
I'm a fan of him. I've seen some of his other work and I've enjoyed. I can't think of his name right now, so I don't have any issues with him being cast. I think my only worry is that if you guys haven't watched Venom, the first Venom at this point, it's kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but pretty much at the end of the movie was pretty much him fighting another souped up symbiote from his home world. So
yeah.
It almost looks like this is kind of turning into the same thing. So I think that unless we get more from them, it almost looks like they're kind of just rehashing in a way, in a little bit of
Another
a way.
symbiote.
Like rehashing pretty much the same movie from the first movie.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, then I mean, it's gonna. I don't know how well it's gonna fare, but I think whatever. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's like the Flash TV show, where he kept versing a different speedster every single time, and it's usually speedster faster than him. He needs some motivational talk, and then he beats him.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be the case, man. The one thing I did like about the Venom 2 trailer is that I like the little, I guess, a little funny humor in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always like how they did the whole thing with Venom and Eddie Brock and how they had like a really funny relationship. You know, there was that one part where he got mad at him. He broke his nose. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me fix it for you." Venom broke Eddie's nose. He said, "Let me fix it for you." Fixes his nose and then just breaks it again and calls him a loser. So I thought that was pretty funny.
The actor that plays Eddie Brock, that's Tom
Hardy,
right?
Yeah.
I think he does really well as an Eddie Brock. That's why I would like to see him in the MCU universe, versus Spider-Man and stuff, because he plays the role as an Eddie Brock really well. But who knows? Maybe they're gonna make, with the MC universe, Flash Thompson become Venom, because there's stories where Flash Thompson becomes Venom. There's stories where Eddie Brock becomes Venom.
It would. I mean, it would be interesting. It would be pretty cool to see. It would be cool to see Eddie, them kind of do stuff. The one good thing is that I guess the only little hope for that is that Sony kind of has their hand in both of them.
Yeah.
So we can always get. There's a chance that we could always get one of those, like those universes interlapping. See what I'm doing? My hands over here.
Yeah. I mean, now with the multiverse, because of Loki, who knows?
That's a really good point too.
Who knows what they're gonna do in the future? I know Sony just signed a contract with Disney for an 8-year project with Spider-Man and stuff. So that might be any character with Spider-Man. So they might just be like, you know what, MCU, just take care of the movies, give us our profits.
Yeah.
And we'll just hold on to the characters' rights. I have a feeling that Disney will buy the rights soon. Like, they'll pay Sony's price for them and be like, whatever.
Well, who knows, man? Because I that could be a thing, but also Sony could just keep holding Disney and Marvel hostage too with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Spider-Man. It's not like that. It's not like they have their rights on a small character. Spider-Man's a big time superhero.
Yeah. So they were wanting more money for Spider-Man than how much they paid for the entire Marvel company.
I mean, they know what they have. Man. Yeah. In a way, you can think about it like and I know he's not your favorite Spider-Man, but in a sense, it's like the whole, I'd like to think that the whole Sony kind of kicked off the whole superhero movie gig when they started dropping the
Tobey Maguire
Spider-Man
I
movies,
agree,
man.
I 100% agree with that. Like, even though he's not my favorite Spider-Man, I stand by that. Like, that's when, I mean, our polls on Instagram say it's otherwise.
He's the best.
Well, the score, I believe, was 60-40.
Those polls are skewed. You were paying the voters.
Okay. But I 100% agree with you. Like, a superhero movie, I would say, that became known for Marvel was Spider-Man, the first one really
with Toby, yeah,
with
And,
Tobey Maguire.
It was I know for me. I mean, I grew up on like the Batman movies
Yeah,
with like Michael Keaton
yeah.
and I want to say Heath Ledger, but Heath Ledger, that movie
Eh,
came out way after.
yeah.
But Val Kilmer and George Clooney,
Yeah,
which I know people don't really like those, but
those are funny.
um,
Those are garbage.
but to a 5-year-old me, man, those are absolutely
I do
fire.
give you. I remember owning the disc copy of Batman and Robin versus Mr. Freeze, and watching it over and over again. And I didn't realize how
How
garbage
bad
that
and
movie
cringe
was
that movie.
at the time until I rewatched it. I just recently just watched the Michael Keaton one with the Joker.
Oh, so that one's really good, isn't it?
That one's good.
That,
Yeah.
that one really
I-
really kind of like, even though it's like almost, it has to be like 30 years old now.
Yeah,
Even
it's
if it's
good.
yeah,
The
it's still-
storyline's
it's still-
good.
it's a really
He
good
did
movie.
well. I do still think Christian Bale is the better Batman. Me personally, I think he is the better Batman and better Bruce Wayne. But Michael Keaton is up there for me.
Yeah,
I did enjoy him. But the only thing that I would say with those, the Arkham series, oh, is it no? What are they called?
What do you?
The movies with Christian Bale. The
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight series. Sorry, the Dark Knight series is
Or the Nolan Batman. You can call that too.
yeah. Those are mainly the villains. Did put in a lot of work in those movies. They had amazing actors for villains, and I think that's what helped those movies a lot. But I still give Christian Bale best Batman.
Yeah, you know, it's and now we're jumping because we're talking about Spider-Man. Now we're talking about DC, but I really agree with you with that, with what you said about those movies, and it's kind of crazy for me. I could watch pretty much at any given time,
Same.
any amount of time, and it just never gets old to me. I actually think that I rewatched the whole series probably sometime in the last 2 months.
Same. I did too.
It's just like, I'm just like, oh, like, what else is there better to watch? You know what I mean? Those movies are masterpieces.
I'm rewatching a series that I keep telling you about, the News 52 again, and I started
caught up
watching
on
Batman Under the Red Hood. It's not part of the New 52, but it's still a good movie. I've been rewatching a lot of stuff that has Joker in it. I was telling him earlier today that I started watching the old Justice League TV shows.
The animated series,
The
one
animated
from
series,
Cartoon Network, right?
From Cartoon Network, and I just watched the Injustice episode, and that episode was so good. Batman played all the villains in his favor.
Yeah, I remember that episode was crazy when I first watched it too.
I love his like smoky smile that he does when he knows he got away with
The little half smirk, right?
The half smirk smile.
Yeah, he's in situations, I mean, especially in that episode, he's in a situation that nobody should be getting out of at all.
And he just stood calm, and he literally played everyone. Batman is a legend, bro. Batman's a legend.
That's why he's my favorite hero, dog.
Same. What else did we have? The Apex we had to talk about, and then we had
Apex, man.
Yeah.
I know you said you haven't played much, but
I haven't played this much this season.
Well, I mean, it's only a few days old, so you still have a lot of time.
Yeah.
What were your first impressions on Seer now that you got to actually play with him?
I still think he's very situational based, and what I mean by that, depending the map and depending the team comp. So for endgame battles,
by team comp, for those who don't know, he's referring to like the buildup of your team composition.
Yes. So like, for end battles, I think it would be useful running with like a Gibby and running with maybe Octane Gibby and him,
or Revenant, because
or Revenant.
Having his ultimate up, and then popping the Revenant ulti. I mean, you pretty much can, it's like having hacks.
Yeah.
In the sense that you pretty much know where the other teams are at almost at all times.
Yeah. The only reason why I say Gibby will be good with him is because once his ult is popped, and it's final boarded, they got a surrounding of where everyone, so they can see the best way to play Gibby ult as well with bubble and knowing how to take which fight or how to force a team into another team for fights at endgame. Because pretty much if there's 3 teams left, if you're pushing a fight, you're most likely going to get cleaned up right after. So I think...
Which happened to me a lot this week playing.
Yeah, especially if it's late game borders. I think, though, for... I would say competitive. I don't think he's going to be used competitively. I think they're still going to be running the Bloodhound, Gibby, and Octane. Just because Bloodhound skin is a lot better than the one ability that what's his name has, Sears has. So I think Bloodhound is still going to be a lot better, especially with the new Prowler. You can just scan.
Oh, that new
be on a
Prowler's
controller.
So good.
Now with the new Prowler, a lot of pro players.
I mean, not
are
new.
using
You know,
control.
it's just not in the care package, but it's
Yeah.
having it back in loot, even without the select fire, is insane.
Yeah, a lot of pros are running controllers now because Prowler's back. So like the keyboard and mouse pros are now running connecting controllers because a Prowler on controller is actually just disgusting. It shouldn't be allowed. So
yeah, I know I'd be looking like a pro. I was looking at feeling like a pro yesterday when I'm just out here beaming kids with the Prowler, man, turning on people.
It's disgusting. I think the season's gonna do well though. I'm looking forward to when tournaments are back, seeing what the pros do with the new character, with the new weapons and stuff. So I think it's gonna be a good season no matter what. How have you guys been running into a lot of like hackers or any issues in the game that it was having before? Did they fix that?
We were playing. We only played. I want to say. I played Tuesday. Maybe played 2 games, and then yesterday I played maybe 10 games, just to get a feel. I like the way that they changed World's Edge. I feel like the changes in World's Edge are really interesting. They removed Factory is not Factory anymore. That's changed. So I like the change that they made to the map. You know, for some reason I don't know if it's something intentional they did to start off the season, but I feel like there's more loot, better ground loot.
Okay.
So that's something that's really interesting as far as that. I think the other really and as far as like you talking about Seer, you know, I think Seer has a lot of that's the one thing I've seen. I've seen a lot of Seer. I've seen a lot of Seer. His ability to his ability to kind of stop people from healing or powering or healing, fixing their shield or resing. I could see that in the hands of a really skilled player or somebody who knows what they're doing. I could see that just really kind of opening up a lot of things for people. And I can't tell how many times, especially in endgame, where I've gone to pop my ultimate to playing Seer, pop my ultimate to create the dome and just kind of see where people are at.
Gotcha.
I can't tell how many times I've also seen other people go in, throw their Seer ultimates, and then all of a sudden it's almost like third party central. You have a bunch of teams fighting in the same area because now you have multiple Seers seeing where people are at. So I 100% think that he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna see a lot. I think he's gonna go ahead and see playing comp for sure. I think that I don't think he replaces Bloodhound. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of times that I was playing that I wish that was Bloodhound instead of Seer.
Yeah.
Just because Bloodhound allows. I mean, they both allow you to play aggressive, but I feel like Bloodhound's ultimate is more aggressive than the other characters that have the scanning abilities.
Yeah, I feel like with Seer, the scanning of Bloodhound scan is basically Seer's ultimate packed in just on a 15 seconds or 12 second scan every time. So I think that's a lot better than waiting for his ultimate to be ready up and to scan. Because I think it's about the same area view you get. I think it's just a repetitive scan that he gets throughout the border, which is pretty good.
Well, the one good thing about it, I mean, cut you off, but the one good thing about it is that when Seer pops his ultimate, you don't have to think about, you don't have to consciously keep scanning or keep popping the ultimate again. Whereas with Bloodhound, you kind of do. So, And then with Seer, you can see like health bars and things like that. You don't have to scan behind you because his ultimate already does it for you. So things like that, I
Yeah.
think that really kind of like gives Seer a different, I guess, level of flexibility that Bloodhound does not have. But the little speed boost and being able to like track certain things with Bloodhound is, I think, something that's still gonna keep him relevant no matter what.
I think I just I gotta play him more, try out the new weapons, try out everything
The
more.
Rampage is nice too, man. I got shredded by it at distance.
It looks kind of busted right now. I forgot to tell you this. I just went to the not the what's it called? Not Royal Empire Gaming, but another one of those stores types that I just picked up Batman Arkham Origins for the Xbox 360 to play it on the Xbox Series X.
Mm-hmm.
The game feels really really nice on the X, bro.
Oh, really?
Xbox 360 game on the X. Like after this, you got to try it out because it feels really really. It doesn't. There's no delay. There's nothing. It just feels really really nice.
You know, we haven't talked about this much, but I'm telling you from the get-go, man. I feel like people are really sleeping on Xbox. I feel like Xbox might be the way to go. I mean, if it wasn't for some of the PS5 exclusives that you and I have talked about before, like God of War and things like that, and I think I'd be right there with you with the next. I mean, you have both, but
I have both. You have a PS5 that have you set up yet?
Next subject, next question.
But
I plead the fifth.
you plead the fifth. Eventually you'll set it up. I'll help him out. I'll help him out and set it up and stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to do that.
I don't know. I feel like he's sleeping on the console. Like he's gonna feel his gameplay a lot better, smoother. Because right now PS4 is basically runs games at a 30 FPS. Maybe hit 60. Now you have a consistent 60, and if your TV or monitor allows it, you can run 120. So pretty much, consoles are gonna be competing with some gaming computers and stuff. Just because, so the gaming computer that I have, I run 280 though. But some other people can't do 280.
Flex.
So they run like 144 or less even. So just
This man said 280.
yeah, I have a 280 hertz monitor.
Flex.
I think honestly you should keep your PS4 if you want to keep that set up to
listen,
your TV.
listen, man. The PS4 is the pinnacle of modern intervention technology.
I saw a meme earlier this week where it was 2002 PS2 looking for a PS2 boxes stack. 2021 looking for a PS5 nothing, because gaming has gone up. A lot of people game now. If you generally do a poll of how many people game, you have people that are like 40, 50, 60 that are gaming now.
Yeah, well, think about it. You know, games simply has been out for a long time now. And the people that were buying Nintendos now, you know, your Nintendos back then are now, you know,
Especially
lot older.
the Switch.
You know,
Yeah.
so you know, so they're probably going to continue to game. And then even if, like, say for example, if you don't like gaming at all, but if you like making money, you know what I mean, the potential for you to go from, you know, for you to go to from here to here as far as, you know, your bank account and your revenue and stuff like that, just off of streaming and Twitch and stuff like that. Like I don't know a lot of other things that allowed you to do that, you know.
There's a lot of music artists that are now doing streaming games. You got Snoop Dogg starting his own Twitch. You have Logic. You have T-Pain.
Yeah.
I think T-Pain was one of the first artists to come out and start streaming.
I don't know if I follow him on Twitch, man, but I've seen some of his clips and the stuff looks pretty lit, man.
I think he plays a lot of Madden. I know Snoop Dogg plays a lot of Madden. So there's a lot of potential in gaming, and we just see more and more different games and different qualities coming in. But dude, playing the Xbox 360 game on an Xbox X feels no difference than playing a regular Xbox X game.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
Crazy. I expected my game to be laggy. Like I didn't expect it to be that way. And then when I played it, I was like, wait, what? Like, that's crazy, bro. I wish PS5 did that. Let you play PS3 games on their consoles instead of having to get PlayStation Now. But
and that's why I'm trying to say it. I think that I think a lot of people are sleeping on Xbox.
Game
I
Pass,
think
Game
that
Pass.
Game Pass. I think Xbox is doing a lot of things really great, and they're just not getting the same love
Yeah,
that PlayStation is getting.
it's just Sony's. Again, this is how I state it. For a inexpensive competitive gameplay, if you can't afford a gaming PC, go with the Xbox. For competitive play, any FPS games or anything like that, go for an Xbox. For story-based games, if you're looking just for a story-based game, just to play by yourself and just get into the story, I would give that to Sony. Sony has one of the best story-based games and contents that they bring, and I think that's what they're known for. But Xbox is more known for the competitive, hardcore gamer, I would say.
Yeah, and I guess a little bit to add on to the whole thing with the consoles, I think that one of the things that Sony's so one of the reasons why Sony's still kind of like really popular and winning these type of things is because Sony has a lot of nostalgia. Like you think about it, back in the day, Xbox was charging you for online, Sony was not.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that swayed people, and now they both are. You know what I mean? And people don't seem to. I think people seem to ignore that fact that now you have to pay for that.
I pay for both.
Do you?
I buy both.
Yeah.
I pay $15 a month for the Game Pass, which gives me the Game Pass Ultimate, which gives me online and the Game Pass for the Xbox, and then I pay $60 a year for the PlayStation.
Yeah, but you know what? That $15 a month for the Game Pass for Xbox
It's
probably goes a lot of ways. 100% worth it.
I don't really use it that much.
You get like over 2,000 games, don't you? Something crazy like that.
Yeah, something.
I'm
And
telling you, man.
and now they're adding like new games to their
PlayStation. You
content.
messing up, man. You messing up.
I feel like PlayStation should do one of those Game Passes, like throw in PlayStation Now with PlayStation Plus and make it like a one.
I don't know why they don't. None of
Yeah.
their stuff is not backward compatible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit backward compatible with PS4, but I don't know why they don't just help us out with those games too.
Yeah. I agree. I 100% agree. What I'm surprised though, Nintendo hasn't been like dropping a new system any recently. I know they dropped the old LED, old LED for better graphics for the
I think
Nintendo
it's like
Switch.
better battery life.
Yeah.
What is it? Better battery life? I think maybe a little bit bigger size and
Yeah.
better screen, but
Do you think they're gonna drop another Switch eventually?
nah. I think that's it. I think that they seem to do this a lot with like especially their handheld systems,
Yeah.
like where you'll have the 3DS and then you'll have the 3DS XL and then you'll have another 3DS and then you'll have another 3DS XL and then you have a 2DS and then you have another 2DS. So like they'll make like these minor changes and then they'll just pretty much rebrand it. Like make these not rebrand it, make these minor changes. They also play the same games, make these minor changes, and then they'll just keep throwing it out for people to buy. Kind of like what they did with the Switch Lite. You know what I mean? Oh, we have the Switch. Now here's the Switch Lite. You can't dock it. Now here's the Switch OLED.
I don't see the benefit of getting the Switch Lite, to be honest.
Well,
I'd rather have the handheld version and just that'll be like the Lite. You just don't put it on the dock.
Well, you know what I well obviously the benefit is first the big benefit is price difference. I think it's like $100 price difference, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, I can tell you that with the Switch that I have right now, I have put it on the dock to play on the TV 0 times, and I've had it for over a year.
Really?
Yeah, the first one I played a little bit more, but now like, it's just I think it's still in the box.
Wow.
My
I only
wife,
play on
though,
the dock.
My wife and my daughter play on the TV, but I play
on the dock.
Pokemon, so
Yeah, I play on the dock. Me personally, if I can put it on a big TV, I'm gonna put it on a big TV. If I go out and like want to take it with me, I just take it and then I don't put it on the dock. But I feel like that's what the 3DS comes in. Like if you want something to on the go, I mean the Switch is good too because it's better graphics. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Switch is Nintendo. I give them hands down best for family and friends. They have the best games for if you want to play a big group game or groups play with groups. They have the best games for that. Mario Party, hands down, one of my favorite games easily.
yeah, no, I agree with that too. I remember that I bought a Switch because this is what I'm talking about with Nintendo. So they gave us a first Switch. It had like 4 hours of battery life,
Yeah.
and they gave us an updated Switch. It had like 6 hours of battery life. What did he do? So when I bought the 6 hour one, I gave the older one to my wife. I gifted the older one to my wife and my daughter, because they're like, oh, we want to play Animal Crossing, and it's kind of crazy to see like my wife, who went from like playing 0 games to now playing, now putting in a lot of hours to Animal Crossing and Mario games a week.
Bro, my mom, who's 45 years old,
She's not supposed to do that, dude.
who's against gaming, is now she took my original Switch, same situation that happened to you. She was playing nonstop Animal Crossing with his wife and daughter, and I was like, you know what? She can keep that Switch. I'll buy myself another Switch, and then I got the same thing, the V2, as well.
Yeah, so I don't know. All that being said, I don't even know if I'm gonna buy the OLED.
I don't see it worth it.
Huh?
I don't see if it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm talking trash about it now, but I know that I probably will buy it.
Really?
That white looks nice. I can't even front.
The white, but skin yours like I did mine. Put a skin on it. Put a white skin.
It's not the same, bro.
I mean, I guess, but if you never dock it, what's the point? Because isn't it the only LED is supposed to be for when you dock it?
Because it looks cool. It looks cool, Josiah.
Bro, before you spend $400 on that,
it looks cool.
Buy an Xbox.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Get an Xbox.
But it looks cool.
They're popping up again.
Yeah, I know. I've been seeing that. But you still have people still trying to scalp. I imagine that it'll probably be towards the end of the year. We'll probably have I think that it should be at that point more
easy
readily to get available.
Yeah, I'm surprised they keep dropping it in waves. I don't get that.
You know what I was thinking, man, and I mentioned this. This is the only time that I'll have this conversation on here. But maybe I do need to open up the PS5 just to make sure it actually works.
You never checked it.
I'm probably approaching the end of the warranty. So if my system is bad, then I'm gonna be stuck with a bad system.
That is so true. You should. I completely didn't think about the warranty.
Yeah.
But you bought it last year. You might be out of the warranty date.
Man, I think they have like a year warranty.
Do they?
Yeah.
You better open that up this weekend.
Most people do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna open it up today.
You should. If you need me to come and help you, I'll help you.
And
we can set up your man cave.
If it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to pick a fight with Walmart somehow.
Well, yeah, have fun with that. If it was Target, I think you would win that. But Walmart,
good luck to me. Good luck to me.
Yeah, have fun with that, bro. I got one of the first ones because I pre-ordered mine.
I got mine 2 weeks after yours.
Did you? Oh, okay.
I had mine by.
So it should be in the same batch.
I want to say by November. I remember my wife played a horrible prank on me. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, she said that someone stole it.
That somebody stole it, man. I'm out here doing work, and I'm checking my tracking on FedEx. I'm calling her to make sure that she grabbed it from the front door. Not that anybody's ever stolen packages from us, but you read all these horror stories on Reddit of people driving around tracing these FedEx trucks.
Yeah.
So I'm over here concerned, and she's like, "Oh, nobody came, but there's somebody at the door." Blah 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 blah, and I'm out here freaking out, trying to call FedEx to see what's going on with the tracking.
Didn't you order 2? Because you got one for your brother as well, right?
Yeah, no, but that was like a month later. But with this one, so I'm over here trying to call FedEx, and every time I go to call FedEx, she's calling me back to interrupt the call to mess with me. I didn't know she was messing with me. Long story short, but she pulled a prank on me for a prank that I did to her, so she got me really good, man. I had to laugh about it afterwards and apologize too because I was getting annoyed. She was like, "Woman, what do you want from me? I'm trying to call FedEx. I'm trying to find out for my PS5."
That's messed up, bro. I think I would have been in tears. To be honest,
isn't that crazy, man?
I think I would have been in tears if someone stole my PS5.
Yeah, dude. And I wanted to cry at first too. I didn't know what to do, man. I was hyperventilating. I'm in a meeting, and she's over here pulling pranks on me. She got me good, man. I can't even front.
I have the Xbox set up in the studio for whenever we game and stuff. And then in my bedroom, I have the PS5. Again, it's better for
flex.
Single player, single vibes.
Flex.
But I can move them both back and forth, so which I do. So,
I'm setting it up this weekend. I think that's confirmed.
You really should do, bro. Like I'm telling you, that PS5 is no joke. I love it. I think it's up there for one of my favorite
I think I'm gonna
systems.
be so hurt if
it's a lot better than a PS4. Hands down, a lot better than
The
PS4.
PS4 is the pinnacle of modern invention and technology.
I think I would get
I'm not here for PS4 slander.
no. I'm not saying nothing against PS4.
Oh, okay, just
But I
checking.
think like if we're going from like consoles wise, like that made a big impact, I think I would have to give it to PlayStation 3. The PS3 when that came out, I think everyone was hyped for that.
Yeah,
I think PS3 we had a
we got
lot of
ours.
good games too that came out for it.
Yeah, we got ours really early on too, and
Yeah, same.
it's a big old fat one. I think that one weighs like a ton.
I still have in my closet. I still have it.
I had to replace. I mean, I still might have the house, but I'm pretty sure it needs some repairs, man. I had to get a smaller one. That big thing was no joke, though, man. And we
there
had a
was
duffel
so
bag.
many games that
Yeah.
came out that was amazing for that game, for that system.
Yeah,
There's I don't know. I think that was, I would say, for systems as they go, I think PS3 takes it. They had so many. That's when a lot of these now remasters are coming from. Like Batman Arkham series was from the PS3. Uncharted remastered PS3. God of War came from the PS3, right? Was originally
God of
from
War
PS3.
came out on the PS3. Yep.
You have Mortal Kombat
wonderful
versus
game.
DC. Did you ever play that?
I you know when I bought my PS4, that was one of the first games I got actually. Actually, I actually
PS3.
Oh no, PS3 no.
What game? What are you talking about?
No, I don't know. I confuse it too. I'm confusing my purchase of the PS4 with the PS3. But yeah, Mortal Kombat was one of the Mortal Kombat. I think the one game that I owned that was Mortal Kombat for PS3 was Mortal Kombat versus DC.
That's the one I'm talking about. That was.
Oh, I thought you said Mortal Kombat. I don't know. Forgive me, man. I just confused the two games.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat versus DC. I think that was. Our first purchase was Uncharted, the first one for the PS3, and then we also got Mortal Kombat versus DC.
I think our first game was 2K. My brother is not was is a big 2K fan. He plays like at all of them.
How's he enjoyed his PS5?
He loves it, dude. I think that he took his PS4 and he threw it in a corner and it's covering. It's just sit there collecting dust somewhere, man. The minute he got the PS5, he said, I think he video called me when he got it. He was like, "Bro, check this out," and he put it on, and I was like, "Whoa, bro, that's nice, man. I gotta set up my PS5." And then I turned off the phone. I went back to playing on my PS4 and didn't do that.
Bro, I don't understand that. I think you're the only person that's doing that. Like, I don't get it. Like, everyone that I know, as soon as they get a PS5, they're setting that thing up.
You know what I'm gonna do, man? You know what I should do? I should not. At this point, I should just keep it for a collectible. And 10 years from now, sell it. It'll be worth a lot of money.
He's joking, right? He's pulling my leg, right? Like,
it's a great idea, guys. I'm playing the long game, right? Big brain.
Bro, he's gonna be on a PS4 when the PS20 is out, bro.
The PS4 is a nice system.
I don't disagree, but bro, that PS5 is no joke, dude. Think about, you play a lot of story games like me. Think about all those story games on a PS5, 4K, 60 hertz, always. Sometimes 120. Always.
Bro, it's not all about the hertz, bro.
It is all about the hertz, bro.
It's not all about the
that
hertz.
smoothness of gameplay, bro. Nothing can compare.
The
Nothing.
the PS4 gives you smoothness.
Nothing can compare. The PS4 lags, bro.
The PS4 gives you smoothness.
Well, the PS4 can't even pass 30 sometimes on Apex.
The PS4 is powerful.
Bro, you felt the difference. You played Apex on the PS5. You felt the difference.
I don't recall.
All right. Now he's a fibber.
I don't recall.
Now he's being a fibber. All right. What? Wasn't there something else that we needed to talk about? We talked about Venom. Let them
really
be carnage.
quick.
There was
We
something else.
have What If coming out Wednesday.
Yes. That's what it
And
was.
I think that we also have the return of Superman and Lois coming out back this week.
We did talk about that, yes.
What do you want to see out of both shows? What are you hoping to see for
Superman and Lois. I'm hoping to see Jordan having to use his powers more to defend his girl. My boy, Jordan. I like Jordan a lot more than Jonathan.
Bro, Jonathan is heart and soul of that family.
I don't know. I think Jordan. I think I like Jordan a lot more.
Jonathan's coming out with powers, man. I'm telling you guys.
I don't think
The
that.
last
I don't
episode of
think
the
that.
season,
I don't think
he's
that.
gonna hit him with the flex. He's gonna go ahead and catch everybody off guard,
I
and
don't
he's gonna
think so.
save the day. All right,
I don't
mark
think
my
so.
words, man. Write it down right here.
I don't know about that one.
And Toby's the best Spider-Man too. Mark that down too.
I mean, votes have to say otherwise, but we won't go into that. Another thing I'm looking forward to is, how did it end?
Remember, it ended with. I know it's crazy that we have to even think about how it ended because you keep giving us all these breaks. It ended with Morgan Edge standing at the sun after just absorbing solar power, turning to the Eradicator.
I'm hoping to see Morgan Edge become Zod. Zod? That Zod takes over Morgan Edge and they have to fight Zod. I'm hoping to see Jordan to use his powers more for that. What about you?
I kind of touched on that a little bit, even though I touched on it in a funny way. I want to see Jonathan really involved. I think it'd be really cool for Jonathan, because this entire season, you think about it, he had to move schools. He had his high school football career, went out of, it's pretty much left off the rails. You know what I mean? He's not starting quarterback. His brother's kind of stealing his spotlight. He lost his girl. He has no friends. He's made all these sacrifices for his family, and so it would be nice for them to end the season with giving him a win. And I think
his win deserves to be happy with a girl and be a weapon guy.
Nah.
I don't think he needs powers.
If they give him powers, they put him on equal footing as his brother.
But they're not fighting each other.
Well, equal footing. They don't have to fight each other. They could have powers to fight the Eradicator. Excuse me, guys. I'm over here adjusting my mic.
Yeah, I was doing the same.
Just hit me in the mouth.
I don't think he needs powers. I think he's gonna be like Captain John and be a weapons man or have a suit.
Bro.
I feel like, you know what I see happening? John Irons leaving the suit to him, and then he takes over the mantle of that.
There's
suit.
no way. I think that this is what I think we're gonna see. All right, Jonathan with powers. And when we do see it, I'll be the first celebrating on the podcast. All right.
I will not. I won't hate it.
I think we'll see John Irons officially embrace the whole Steel character, but in his timeline.
Okay.
And I think that we're going to see the introduction of Brainiac.
I would love to see the introduction of Brainiac.
We have 3 episodes left. 13, 14, 15.
You think they would kill off Superman or Lois? You think one of them dies?
No way. The name of the show is Superman and Lois.
But you think someone dies?
So what are they going to do? Cross off Lois off the title card?
Yeah, that'd be
Superman
sick.
and deceased?
And Jordan.
Bro, I need Superman and Jordan?
You see, you thought about it.
Because, I got confused for a second with the Suns. I was like, yo, is this man trying to slander my boy? But he's not doing that.
I feel like someone has to die. And I think it's going to be the grandpa, sadly. I hope not.
Maybe nobody has to. That's only the first season.
There needs to be a death.
Yeah, Morgan Edge is going to die.
No, this has to be someone else. Someone is going to hit Superman or Jordan. And Jordan's going to be like,
on Morgan Edge's deathbed, he's going to look at Clark and say, "Save Martha."
Son?
Where'd you get that name from?
Whoa.
Why'd you
know
say
who
that?
actually I think is going to die? What's his name? Sarah's dad. I can never remember his name. It's not Tom.
Kyle.
I think he's going to die.
Is it Kyle? I was lying,
It's Kyle.
bro. I just got
It
to
is
throw names
Kyle.
out. Oh, I thought it was Peter.
No, shut up. It's Kyle. I think he's going to die. I have a feeling he's going to die.
Samuel.
Because I feel like he's in a depressed state, and I think he just needs to die to be happy.
I think if he does, I think he's gonna die in servitude to his family.
I think he's going to die saving Jordan, and Jordan's going to feel bad because he has powers.
I gotta stop blowing on the mic.
Like, I feel like Morgan Edge is going to attack Jordan and the girl.
And Jonathan's gonna save the day with his powers.
And Jordan is going to be like, you know what? I got to step up, be a man. You know what? Let's go.
Nah, Jonathan's gonna be.
Jordan's
like,
going to be
bro.
throwing some hands. Jonathan's going to be sitting there holding his little pistol. Pew, pew.
Nah, it's
pew,
not gonna
pew,
happen,
pew.
bro. Jordan's gonna try to fight, and then and Morgan Edge is gonna be like, bro, son, I am kryptonite. You just start clapping, dude, right? Bah, bah, bah. And then Jonathan's gonna be like, yo, guess what, bro? I have all the same powers about Kryptonian, but none of the weaknesses. And he's gonna go absorb the sun, to fly into the sun, absorb it, and just start beating up Morgan Edge.
Bro,
And then
as soon as if that happens, Superman and Lois is literally the one show created by DC.
That's what's gonna happen, right?
And now Batman's just gonna come out and just
Morgan
jack
Edge is
them
gonna be
all
there
up.
laying down, bro. He's gonna be crying.
Nah, Batman's just coming in, throwing some of his kryptonite Batwings.
John Iron's gonna call in the hammer like Thor. You can see my hand.
And then
He's about to hit him, and then he's gonna say to John Irons, "Save Martha." And John Irons is like,
what are you saying?
"All right," just clap him anyway.
And then we're gonna see Vin
His
Diesel
mom's name
come
was
out
Beth,
and be
not
like,
Martha.
"This is family. You don't mess with family."
Yeah, Vin Diesel.
So it's gonna come out. He's gonna be
with
like,
a shotgun.
"You brought a knife to a gunfight."
I brought family to a
But
gunfight.
you brought family to a gunfight. You know what's the difference between me and you? The street always wins.
The street always win.
Bro,
Yo,
you saw those memes for all that?
bro? Those memes are
On,
hilarious.
I love the one with the Avengers. Avengers assemble. Dom comes in flying from the sky in his car. And what is that? And it's his car flying in, and he comes out with the shotgun at Thanos. And I was in tears, and he goes, "This is for my family."
This is for my family. Bro, you think that shotgun is the most powerful weapon in all the multiverse?
For real, bro. Oh man, I think we got a lot of potential with Superman and Lois, and I think the story is going really well, and I think the writers are doing well. What I would like to see in What If is they bring a cameo with a Miles Morales in What If.
I think we could see that. I think that
I feel like we need a TV show, movie.
we've already got some hints. We got the Black Panther Star-Lord.
Yeah.
We got we saw zombie Captain America. We saw Gamora in the Thanos outfit, Thanos armor from Endgame.
Yeah.
And what else did we see? We saw a little bit of Spider-Man.
What's it called?
We saw Iron Man, but I don't know where they were going. I don't remember where they were going with that.
Captain Carter.
Oh, Captain Carter. Correct.
That's what I'm excited for to see. Actually.
Really? So which one of those do you think they'll give us first?
I feel like they're gonna give us first Captain Carter.
Captain Carter?
I think Captain Carter. I think they're gonna play it like the timeline. So like it will go Captain Carter. Then what came out next? Iron Man. Something with Iron Man. Like I think they're gonna just follow the timeline.
I think that's a really good, interesting thing. I think it would be kind of cool to see that. I think that they're going to. I think that even though it's not gonna look like it at first, but I think something in What If is gonna tie to the whole multiverse thing.
I really, really want a either movie or TV show, preferably a movie with Ghost Spider. With Spider-Gwen, we never had a movie like only her though, not like a multiverse.
Oh, we might see
like
that in What If. That'd be really cool.
Into the Spider-Verse vibe, just a movie about her. I'll bring out Gwen Stacy in the new Spider-Man. Just give me my Gwen Stacy, and I'll be happy.
You know what I think would be this nice again, my Gwen Stacy. You know what I think would be the best way, the absolute best thing that they could do with What If?
What?
Just fake us out with them giving us a show, or really give us the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home, and then that's it. Just have it give us like, and I think that they would get zero complaints if they did that.
Yeah, I think so.
If they're like, yo, they're gonna play you like they're gonna give you a whole 30-minute episode, and it's just one 3-minute trailer, and then that's it. And then them just playing the Marvel theme song for 27 minutes.
I just remembered something when you started talking about the trailer that we thought MegaCon was gonna release one. MegaCon got canceled.
Oh, really?
MegaCon got canceled because of all the new cases with COVID and stuff. They pulled out of the event. They're no longer doing it at the Orange County Amphitheater. They might go online, Convention Center. They pulled out.
That's one of the things that we were talking about doing this month, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, but this Delta variant has kind of really taken a hold over here in Florida, and
Yeah.
done a lot of things. So.
We're not gonna be going to MegaCon.
But if it's online, then we'll give
be
you
watching
a
it.
MegaCon episode for
Comic
sure.
Con was trash. I'm sorry to say, but Comic Con was trash.
It was disappointing to say.
It
the
was
least.
very disappointing. I expected way. I got overly hyped for nothing.
Well, I think like everybody, we were expecting a Spider-Man trailer, and
I wasn't even upset about that. I was just expecting the
upset about
panels to
that.
be better. I expected, like, for example, the Avatar Kyoshi Warrior. I expected like an actual story, not them talking about it. I expected them showing like a little animated teaser.
once he said it to me, I didn't even watch any of it, so I couldn't even tell you. What
I
was
watched.
going on.
I was like the panels that I was looking forward to. I was like looking for it. I was looking at them, but they were mainly writers or people talking about it, not really showing anything worthwhile to get overhyped for. So I was like, all right. I started reading Batman White Knight.
How was that?
That is actually really good. Like in the beginning, Batman kills Joker. Like Joker finally breaks Batman to kill him. And it's actually insane because now Batman's on the run against the cops.
What?
It's actually insane.
I
And
have to read that too.
Gordon's literally dead. Like if you kill him, I'm gonna shoot. And he just strangled him. And then Batman just like smoke bombs. I'm out of here.
Yo, did you for real?
It was amazing.
Yo,
And now he's on the run.
You gotta show me that.
Yeah, I'll show you the comic book after. Well, I would read that comic book if I was any of you. That was a good comic
Batman,
book.
why not find out your local comic book store?
Yep. Ours is The Collective. Big up. Shout out.
Yeah,
Sponsor.
they don't. You say sponsor you?
Sponsor us?
Yeah, Collective. Go ahead, sponsor us, man. We got
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah. We'll shout you out every episode. We'll put a little thing right here.
I'll wear a shirt too, whatever I want.
Yeah. We'll do any challenge you want. He'll put a tattoo of The Collective on his chest.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that, Collective.
If they pay you $10,000, would you do it?
Absolutely not for $10,000.
To just get it, you can get it removed after $10,000.
Yeah, and it's gonna probably cost me that to get it removed.
Would it? I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think this was a good episode. I think we got a lot of. We
Yeah.
talked a lot.
Yeah, guys. 8 weeks, man. 2 months. Y'all been rocking with this, man.
You want to do the outro?
No, you do it. You do it.
No.
bro.
I always do it.
All right, yo, I'll do it then. All right. I think I did it last time.
No, you did it. I did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I wasn't here last week. Guys, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for listening in, wherever you guys are listening in. Spotify, watching us on YouTube. Keep following us for more. Keep interacting with us. Reach out to us for anything. Stay safe out there. And enjoy the rest of your week, man. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Same channel, same place, same time, same everything.